What's up, guys? It is James Rao, and I've got another cool video for you. This one is about virtual showings, which I think is a really important tool for you to have in your belt as a real estate agent in the state of Florida. There's a lot of people that are going to be moving from out of state. There's going to be a lot of people that you work with that are buying investment property to live out of state. And so it's good for them to be able to see property with you without you actually having to fly them in, things like that. So virtual showings are a way for you to record the property, walk them through it, and then upload it for them to view remotely. It also helps them because they can go back and they can see the property again and again. Another good food for thought would be to go out to the property and FaceTime with them before recording. That way they can actually see the property with you and ask questions, and then they still have a video to go back and reference to later. So I'm going to show you all my steps from getting the showing set up, to going out to the property and filming, to coming back and uploading it. So a lot of really good information. Stick around, and I hope it is very informative. So let's get the ball rolling. Here is how I do a virtual showing. Alright guys, so I've just logged onto the MLS, and I'm going to pull up a listing and kind of show you what steps I go through when I want to do a showing. So this won't be the actual listing that we're going to go look at today, but I'm just going to grab one off the hot sheet, and we'll kind of go over what to do, how to set up a showing, where to get the information that you need. Okay, so I'm just going to hop on the hot sheet and find us a property really quick. Let's see, this one's in Navarre. That'll work just fine. So with this house, if I wanted to show this property, I'd go over here to details. I'd look at a few things really quick. So follow along with me. I can see this is an active property right up here, and it says active in green. This is a new listing in Navarre here. And the next thing I'm going to want to do is see, is it vacant or occupied? So you can see right here, if you follow my cursor, this is an occupied property, meaning that they're probably going to need a little bit of advance notice. Usually 2 hours is pretty common, but some people might want 24 hours notice before a showing. So you're going to have to reach out to the listing agent and schedule a showing that accommodates the seller. Now, it's usually good, in my opinion, to let them know it will be a virtual showing as well. That way they kind of know you might need a little bit more time, but you'll be at the property by yourself. So once I see that it's occupied, I'm going to read the agent-to-agent remarks, and then I'm going to touch base with the agent to set the showing up. Now, for this property right here, agent-to-agent remarks say call or text lockbox for lockbox code. Property is occupied. Please call or text to schedule a showing appointment. Easy to show. The new jacuzzi conveys, so that's always good news. I like a jacuzzi that conveys. Now, because of that, I'm just going to call or text the agent, and it's not listed here, but if you scroll down, you'll see the agent's name right there. So this is, it's Thomas Canada. I love this guy. I've done a deal with that dude. Let's see here, and his phone number is found right here, agent's cell phone number. Now, why would I not just immediately call the agent every time? Not all agents want you to call them directly to set up a showing. So they might use an app like Showing Time or HomeSnap. Those are really good examples of apps that people use instead of scheduling their showing themselves. And trust me, if you call an agent that uses Showing Time, they're going to say, did you read my agent-to-agent remarks? Or it says to set it up in Showing Time. So just do yourself a favor and go ahead and just read the agent-to-agent remarks. Other than an app, they might have an assistant or even a transaction coordinator that's handling their showing setups for them. So make sure you read the agent-to-agent remarks, see what it says, see if there's any specifics. It's also good to go ahead and note what type of lockbox it is. A lot of lockboxes in the area are Supra, so if it is a Supra box, you need to make sure you have Supra access and you've updated it on your phone. If it's a combo, I usually like to go ahead and print this off and write it down on there. Now, since this is a virtual showing, I don't need to print one of these off for my client, but I am going to still print one of these off for me. I'm going to print a detail report. So I would go up here to print. Fantastic. And you can just print the private version because you're not bringing it to your client. So I would hit private right here. That gives me more information about the property. Hit print, and then just print that off to bring with you, put it on a clipboard. And what I usually suggest you do is, if you get a combo code, write it up there at the top. That way you're not scrambling for that when you get out to the property. You're already organized and ready to go. So we have basically, in theory, looked up the property that we want to go see. We've seen the instructions for showing, and so now we're going to call that agent. And it's a super simple call. If you're nervous about that phone call, it is as simple as, hey, how's it going? This is James Stroud with Keller Williams Realty. I have a client interested in your property at 3858 Highway 87, and I was hoping to set up a showing for this afternoon around 3 o'clock. Would that work? Also, I'd like to let you know that it is a virtual showing, so my clients won't be with me. They're out of town, but they are pre-approved, and I'll be filming it. It'll take about 20 minutes to get to the property, and I'll be sending it back to them. So that is basically my steps as far as setting up the showing is concerned. Once it's all set up, I've got my listing printed off. I've got my Supra app updated if it's a Supra box. And then we'll go over the equipment in the next shot. So we'll see you in a second, and then we'll get out on the road. Talk to you soon, guys. All right, guys, so one more thing I did want to cover before I get out on the road is the equipment. For a buyer showing like this, all I'm going to bring is my gimbal, which I'll show you guys in a second when we get out to the house. That's all I'm really going to bring right now. Like, I'm sure I'm going to do a video on listings, and with listings I have a lot more equipment I use for the walkthrough, like lighting. We're not going to mess with any of that right now. Just a quick walkthrough for a buyer. I'm just going to bring my gimbal and my iPhone. I will probably do a follow-up video on how to use a more advanced camera later, but right now we'll just do the iPhone and the gimbal. So we're going to get out to the house right now, and I'll see you out on the road. Really quick, guys, I was going to show you what the gimbal system I use looks like. You can pick these up off Amazon, and there's a bunch of them out there, but basically the point of the system is to make your video not look shaky like cell phone video, like I'm sure this segment does, because I am not using my gimbal to show it to you. So this is what it looks like, and then I'll show it to you in a mirror in a little bit so you can see what it looks like actually in use. But that's what it looks like, and just so you have an idea of what I'm doing just to make my videos a little bit better. All right, guys, so I'm about to hit the road. I have my location loaded into my GPS in the truck, so it's going to navigate me to where I need to go. I've got water, I've got snacks, because this one is a trip. It's like an hour and a half drive out to this place. I've got my listing. I've already also made sure that I've updated my Supra so that when I get to the Supra box out there, I don't need to do an update. Other than that, I'm good to go. We're going to hit the road right now and drive out to the property, and I will see you when we get there. All right, guys, so I just got to the property I'm doing the tour for, and so I was just kind of give you a heads up on what I did before. So I was on the way. I texted the listing agent, just let him know, hey, I'm on the way to the property. Here's about the time I'll get wrapped up. I also texted my client to let them know, hey, I'm on the way to the house now. I'll be filming a video for about 30 minutes or so. I won't be available while I'm filming, but text me, and once I get done, if you want to do a FaceTime, we can do that too. So it gives them the option to kind of see it in person as well as get the video I'm recording. Now, like I said before, all I brought with me is my gimbal. I'm holding it right now. It's what I'm going to be using to film. So what I'm going to do here is kind of walk through the property before I start filming, learn it, make sure I've got the house ready to go. I've got all the lights turned on and everything. Now, this is a property that is for people looking for horses, so there's a bunch of excess property stuff I'm going to have to go take a look at. It's raining too, so thankfully I brought my boots because I'm looking like it might get a little muddy out there where I'm walking. Anyway, so let's go take a look, and I'll show you guys what we're filming and kind of what I'm looking for as I get things set up. Bye. All right, guys, so I've just really been going through the house, flipping on all the light switches, kind of learning the layout of the place. That way, when I go to do the walkthrough, I'm not guessing what's coming up next. I've already learned what all the closets are. I've already got all the light switches on. I know what all the doors go to. I've got the general layout, so I can actually provide a good walkthrough, just like I was showing the property. I got done looking at the inside. Now I'm walking around the property. There's things like horse stables and barns on here, so learning all that as well. So when the time comes for me to
to do the walkthrough for the outside. Once again, I know the layout, I know all the features I can share with the client and point out all the important information. Let's keep going. Talk about how good my truck looks out here. What?
All right guys, so I just got done filming the walkthrough. I've gone through the house, I double checked all the doors, turned off all the lights, made sure everything is the way it was when I got here. Now it's time to hit the road. One thing I always forget to do is take a picture of the house to use as a thumbnail for the video I put together for the clients, because I'm gonna tell you right now, every time you upload a video the way I'm gonna show you, YouTube is gonna pick like a picture of a toilet as the thumbnail and you're not gonna have any other options. So I'll show you how to get around that really quick when we get back to the office. See you soon. All right guys, last step. So we need to know how to upload the video so that we can share it with our clients. I did a lot of different strategies for this when I first started. I used to just email them, I tried to text them, I tried to use Google Drive, and it always was the same issues. The files were too big, they were too hard to transfer. Thankfully, YouTube exists. So we're gonna use YouTube as our easy way of uploading videos for people to view. So I'm gonna walk through how to do that. I actually had a video I needed to upload, so it won't be a virtual walkthrough video, but it's another video I'm gonna upload so I can show you the steps and I'll point out the differences. So here's how you upload a video. So if you go to YouTube and you're logged in, you can always see if you're logged up here in the top corner. You'll see that you're logged in. If you are, you can go over here to the little camera with a plus sign button, that's the create button, and then hit upload video. This is gonna bring you into YouTube Studio. If you have a YouTube account, it will already have a YouTube Studio basically set up. But it allows you to upload videos and you can share them either publicly for everybody to see, or you could just share them for your clients if it's something you just want a client to see. So now I'm gonna select, the file that I want, and I know where it's saved on my computer, so I'm gonna go grab it really quick. So I would just select the file I want, I click open. It's gonna upload this video. It's a pretty long video. This is an hour and 10-minute video, so it's not gonna render the whole thing while we're on the video here, because you can see down here it's going to take 10 minutes for this, and it's not going to take me 10 minutes to show you what you need to do. But once you have it begin to upload, here's the steps you need to go through. First, you need to title it. For a virtual showing, I usually just do the title of the property. I would just do 123 Main Street, and then maybe the last name of the client, and then the word showing. Or I might just do 123 Main Street showing. That way, if another client wants to see it, I have it on file. But this, of course, isn't going to be my computer basics videos, so you can go see that on my YouTube channel next. It'll be exciting. Description: you do not need to do that for a client. Obviously, you could just put 123 Main Street walkthrough if you wanted to, but you don't need to put a description if this is a private video. Now, if this is a public video you're going to keep on your channel, then you want to put in a video. Next is thumbnails. Now, it is going to, after it uploads the whole video, it is going to give me some options for 3 thumbnails. YouTube's just going to try and guess 3 random shots from the video that it thinks is going to be a good shot. Now, I will warn you that in my experience, it will always be a shot of the toilet or me yawning and blinking simultaneously. It's always the worst picture ever. And I don't know how to make it generate more thumbnails. I don't know if you can. So I always say it's a really good idea to take a picture of the property while you're there. Just snap a shot, upload that to your computer, and just use that as the thumbnail. Because you can click upload thumbnail right here. And I actually just made a thumbnail for this video. I can tell you guys really quick. Use Canva and just search YouTube thumbnails, and you can edit really easy ones. I made this thumbnail, it looks really fancy. I did that in 2 minutes. It's super duper easy. You just have to have Canva Pro, which I think is $100 a month or a year. Totally worth it. Playlist, I'm gonna just this one's gonna go to coaching, but I have a folder you can see here for property tours, so that's where I usually put anything like that. All right, next it's gonna ask about kids. it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, there's usually not going to be anything inappropriate for children in a walkthrough video, but I'm still going to say no, it's not made for kids because I don't want them suggesting it for children because that just doesn't make sense. Okay, but we've got all of this done. All right, video elements. You can add subtitles if you want, add an in-screen cap. So this is so you can add little buttons at the end. Here, I'll show you. It'll allow you to add buttons and places where people can subscribe to you, or they can click the next video in your library that they could watch next. So I'm gonna save those changes. That's fine for me. I'll just do a simple in-screen. Next is checks. So this is just where it's gonna check for copyright issues. So with this video, that's not gonna be an issue because it's literally just me talking and walking through computer steps. So we don't have to worry about any copyright. You would only want to worry about copyright basically if you were using somebody else's video or music or things like that. So just don't use anything that isn't original. And you can get royalty-free music to use in videos if you want to. We'll go over that another time maybe. All right, and now the last thing I wanted to show you really quick, because it's going to take a while. It's going to have to upload everything, and then it's going to take a while to verify that there's no copyright issues. But I wanted to show you this before we get done. So right here, I wanted to explain private, unlisted, and public. So if you load it as private, you can see it, and you get a link where you can share it. I think it's actually right here. You have a link to the video that you can share with your clients. I also like just doing unlisted, so you can't search for it. Like people couldn't search for the property and look this up. I'm gonna do this when it's public because this is a video for my YouTube channel, but I usually hit unlisted for virtual walkthroughs just for clients. So I usually hit unlisted there, and here's a link, and if you just click this button, it'll copy it, and then you can email or text it to them. Okay, and then I'll hit publish once all of this is done. I've got a few more things to type in here, but I wanted to show you guys the steps for uploading this to YouTube. That's it. Once you hit publish, the video will go up on your YouTube channel, and that link right there you can share with your client, and they can watch the video as many times as they want to, which I really, really like. I love that I can upload this, and the whole time we're under contract, they can go back and watch it and watch it and watch it. So I love doing these videos for my clients. I just take them down once we close usually. All right, guys, so that's basically the whole video. I hope this was super duper helpful. I think virtual showings are really important for us down here. We need to do them a lot, and it took me a while to get a good system for how to do these. So I hope this really kind of gave you some guidance. You don't have to follow my steps exactly, but I think you've got some good building blocks here. So let me know if this helps. Let me know what other videos you would like to see. Any content you want me to do, I'd love to do another video for you guys. So just let me know what you want to see. And as always, you can hit me up if you're one of my students or agents, I should say. If you need anything, you can hit me up at 850-816-8898, or you can email me at kwjamesrow@gmail.com. Until next time, love you guys. Bye.